So today, I would just like to do a video on my grandpa's old truck. So when I was a kid, this truck was stored in my dad's backyard for numerous of years. So the story on this truck, I didn't know about, but when I was growing up, this truck is in my dad's backyard. My brother and I always played in it and around it. It's a 1950 Chev 3600 with a dumping bed on it. Now there's a story on that dumping bed. This is my grandpa's old truck, which is when he was alive. I never met him. It's my mom's dad. He'd go around here where I live, Richfield, Utah, and picked up people's trash for them. And so he had this crane attached to the front of it. Still works by hand. It's pretty cool. So he'd go around and charge 50 cents a month to go around and pick up people's garbage, and then he'd go and haul it to the landfill. So he had a hand crank for it. Of course, back then they didn't have safety stuff, so you just hand crank the bed, and it is kind of heavy. Now, the only safety device on this handle was this little handle right here. This little one. So it spins around, comes into the handle right here. Don't let go of it, because I guarantee it'll come down. So it's all kind of jerry-rigged back then. But it worked. So it worked for numerous years. And then I guess it went to my dad's backyard. And then my mom's brother ended up taking it up north, Salt Lake area. And then we haven't seen it since. Till a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, my mom calls and asks if she can find the truck, if I'd want it back, if it was still around. I'm like, yeah, I do. So I ended up, she calls me and told me where it was at, gave me the phone number and everything. It was still somewhat in the family. It was my uncle's stepson that had it, and he was gonna either haul it to the junkyard or put it up for sale. Luckily, my mom got a hold of it, so I went and bought it back and brought it back home. And so my dad and I started turning the hood off. I've got a 305 sitting over here at the automatic tranny that's going to go in her. So I got to pull the old engine out and tranny. And then I got another seat for the old gal. So I started ripping that out. Got to clean it up. And I found a couple treasures. It was awesome back then. Truck needs help. Needs a couple windows. But yeah, can't wait. I'll probably just leave it the way it is. Put a clear coat over it. Probably redo the bed sides. And probably leave the bed and put a clear coat over it. It's going to cost a little bit to do that, but it'll be cool to get it running again.